So damn twisted. I don't even magic cabinet, but man is amazing. No, I'm gonna continue the story بعد ناخد الآخر. ما ناخد نمبر 50. What's the difference between doing this and the other one? I'm doing this.
Interesting. From what I've observed, even if they shy away from humans, these animals are still near apex predators in a fenced location like a yard. As for the choice you made, I am deeply sorry. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems and vexations of Dreamscape residents, and providing them with the relevant guidance. It was during that period. He was a dream chaser and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life. Except that, to most people, the price he paid, I suppose you could say it was everything. He told me I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children. He said he could not afford to raise them, and that at least they could eat if they lived as slaves. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy, and he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture would later lead to dire consequences. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you all to make a choice. Will you do as I did, or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while I look forward to everyone's decisions. I'm honored to witness you first. The out now then. He told me the reason he was in this. In the end, my heart aligned with the harmony. And the good deed I dared to undertake held no value. As to your choice in the story this time. This story happened the day I was up. What surprised me was that the letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Do you know?
My sister.
To help you.
From what the letter.
Correct.
A stray.
A war has broke. She hoped to eat.
Is she alright?
If the operation was by the eon above.
Those. Now you understand why she.
How could this happen?
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. Likewise, because this is mere. Would you still support? I am now aware of everyone's stand. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point.
Nobody cares. I just
The
want
plight of Penacony
RMC,
cannot
bro.
be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream. I know the suffering of being tormented. The turmoil of losing your way. How sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain. Because this is not what happiness is at all. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison. A place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract. So allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days. And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit. Living a life of dignity. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
It sounds like a flawless theory. But
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as for why life slumbers, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams. But
Yeah,
this is
whatever,
not
bro.
in
Someday you're
conflict
not
with the
in,
grand
bro.
plan.
Move on.
Only in acknowledging this.
Firefly's cute though.
I admit that you are a born leader. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals make the want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are trapped in your mind, because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you, just as Mr. McHale instructed before.
What is...
Does this place ring? It's the realm within a Dr. Edward from the dream, so I thought... I'm counting on you then.
Himeko?
I wasn't sure. Exactly. The question now, we're drawing closer to the...
All right.
I guess... I'm not entirely sure, but... Let's give it a try.
Wait, you...
Weird. If I remember correct, and
And
the room on the other side was... Hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So... What is this place?
This could be a case of amnesia. But don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Those memories haven't vanished. They're just lying in the depths of your mind. We can sure, since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms and see if you can recall anything more?
Yeah, then let's check out the rooms I just mentioned.
Mikhail, so...
I'm sorry,
Anything special?
Mikhail?
Grandpa?
But we haven't... Could you tell us more?
Yeah, sure. He didn't want... Every time he came...
It appears that this... So, where is your grandpa?
He went off on... So, where has Clonky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville? I heard some noises from the room. Origami Bird? That's a friend of mine.
You and Origami Bird are friends?
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew, just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's more than just one Origami Bird. They are a big family with lots of brothers and sisters who look the same.
Nobody cares. What the fuck is this quest
Could
even
you tell us
about?
more about the Compass?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his partners have always lived in Dreamville and never ventured out, right?
Huh? Oh, that does seem to be the case. Weird. I clearly remember Clocky arrived in the New World in the end.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is!
The water resembles a precious jewel embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves, it feels as though I'm back in this place, standing by your side.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah, I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say that despite the perils of the sea, whenever he stood on the deck in the afternoon, overlooking the sparkling waves, he would think of this fountain in front of his house. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side, and the difficulties at sea didn't seem quite as challenging.
You know... Hey, don't tease!
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within...
Yeah, well, back then...
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the Watchmaker.
Yeah. Based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his childhood memories.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to Penacony at all. Could this be some sort of metaphor? Perhaps the sea refers to the memory zone.
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably, like water flowing from a fountain. Perhaps I'll remember more things if we go further. I wish to share your burden.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Uh-huh. Something feels different about this place.
This is it. I remember this corridor. Up ahead is Grandpa's study.
The atmosphere...
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky! You're here! Huh. Yeah.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. They contain records of his expeditions to every corner of the world. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where people lived. To ensure that everyone had land to settle on, he had to continue exploring the sea and search for the source of the rising seawater. On that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. It was the same look I had seen on my father's face before his final voyage. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere and told me to stay home and patiently await a certain sound at the door.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of stars. He spoke of a train that transports children with a desire to venture far away, traversing the sea of stars without ever stopping. He said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along. He said the journey I had always dreamed of would start there.
A train? Could it be?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, appearing in every one of his adventure tales. He explained that difficult times were ahead, but assured me that the watch would guide me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. And then, it was as if I heard the distant sound of a train whistle, echoing throughout the room.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took back then.
This is the dream jigsaw, right? So we're supposed to find—
Do you remember? You said you obtained a...
Hey!
Looks like we're just one...
This is it. While I spent my time here, I learned how to repair clockworking gears out of my fondness of precision mechanics.
So...
Yes, but this dream...
Wait!
March, do you remember?
Yeah? The little guy here, right?
Looks like everyone...
The answer lies... And when we were in Dreamflux. A mimetic life,
But Misha can...
That's the key to them. Have you ever seen...
wait.
That's the answer. I should have stayed.
So it's not and the whistle...
That's one way to see it. But I believe... How about we start...
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, please allow me to reintroduce. I was born on Lusaka. Mikhail Char Legwork. Or simply, if you prefer.
So...
Unfortunate. As for the child who is... And this...
At the end of the journey. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize.
Because I don't think Misha has forgotten. The one who brought our unconscious...
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. But in the end, if I may apologize, I left my homeland as a... I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called, now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you. For that all I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long... And my hat too. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone. Let's make a decision. Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
Of course.
In that case, Then let's proceed together.
Mikhail, where are you?
Someone has to step.
Please don't go.
Even without me, you now go. Board.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the...
Wait, first tell me.
Yeah.
I know what it looked like before.
Well, it's the hands, mister.
I see.
But I...
Don't worry.
Where are you going, legwork? I see. The people of Astana, don't worry. Yeah, this is... Farewell, legwork.
Don't worry, Mike. Someone has to be at the forefront.
Because you're all we have.
But what will happen to... Tiernan. We Nameless won't... If I don't come back in one piece.
Where are you going, old man?
Oh, you're here.
Answer my question.
Relax, Gallagher.
Oh, come on. If you die...
Yes, we'll organize a...
So...
Desperate. Make sure to send an...
Misha!
Oh, last night.
Write it down?
Oh.
Of course.
Yes, I was a kid. I wanted to...
Yeah.
But you know what? It was so... And the watchmaker...
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else. I've traveled far enough.
Oh.
No, I'll stay here. And then, this is where it ends.
This is... where it ends? You told me that the
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your...
My next destination? Misha? You're acting weird today.
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go, but don't worry. Whether it's calming, happy, angry, or sad, all they need is a little nudge to take. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the Trailblaze. Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands. Always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Oh, I got RMC!
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore, and venturing even further. The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to Order.
I can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or...
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen Eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of... I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake, let's draw a conclusion there, in all fairness. If you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
Let's fucking go. Fucking finally, bro. What? What, bro?
Unknown to each other, yet united in purpose. We make the same choices.
No, what? I thought I would get...
Does that mean he... I'm afraid so. This is weird.
Well, in my... I sensed a strong... That's why he'll...
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, now that we've taken up the...
However, the desire to dream, they've harnessed the... What do you mean?
I believe fire...
Before I left, the Destiny Slave told me that this journey would bring unforgettable... Because one of the lines... 3 times? The first time was... So now I've understood the meaning of my second death. And I am prepared to face it. Only by achieving victory in this battle can... The most terrible...
The true...
We must do everything we...
Have you made up your mind?
Yes.
Thank you again for your assistance for the...
Yeah. I dreamed of a scorched earth.
Everyone, are you ready?
A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning sun and whispered to me.
The Iron Man.
Like fireflies to a flame, my biggest death. May we meet again in reality.
After today, Japella's, that's your next stop.
Land of the Dream. You mean?
Silverwolf told me.
Well, I want to live. I'm never afraid of death. The opposite of people die. We have to...
Do you exist?
Are you not the sick? If I were to die, though it's a tombstone that it will bear the name.
That's quite... I can sense that this... It's a shame you won't be able to see it for... Yeah. Not just those nameless. Even Mr. Wings is just like you. Stubborn. Won't listen or give it in the end. Well, then I'll be joining you soon. Let's get together and have supper again. Oh, here's to you. To the imperfect...
It's a shame, these big...
Seriously? It becomes... Have you lost your sense of...
Before coming here, I stopped by a place called Orkron. The flavor wasn't exact. Don't worry about it. Losing oneself is a reality that every self-annihilator must face. At least...
Well, by the way...
No, I had a companion. She...
Well...
Condolences.
That's proof that you're...
Or...
afraid.
I'm afraid I'll forget. I fear that those...
Hard to imagine.
Because... as long as this...
But you're right.
When will this rain?
Perhaps...
Have you heard of a half an amber heir?
Do you think the same thing will...
Yes. Or...
Because of the nihility.
I would disagree. If the family messes with...
No.
What do you mean?
The path in Penacony.
Do you remember the two paths
Shepe, the Harmony.
Holy but I don't see any...
I can't say for sure. The Charmony Festival will start...
I have another plan.
Hold on. Are you...
Exactly.
Think it...
I have considered it thoroughly. My companions are...
Are you the only one here? The Nameless is quite the diplomat. Our secrets have spread like wildfire within the family. And IPC starships are gathered. This is a crucial moment for us. So, where is the Chosen?
What do you mean, Master? I'm right here in front of you, aren't I?
You know, she was supposed to be the star of the Charmony Festival. In our plan.
But the plan has changed. As her brother, I know she doesn't want to sing for the Order. So I'll take her place.
You've always been wise beyond your years. I'm sure you understand the consequences of your choice.
If you consider this a betrayal... well, there can't be two suns in the sky. I'll step up and take down the other sun if necessary.
Do you believe in karma?
If karma exists, then everyone has their own karma. You have yours, and I have mine. And my karma has nothing to do with you, Mr. Gopherwood.
All right. Since you're willing to sacrifice yourself for her, I'll grant your wish.
Well, the compromise came sooner than
you and your
I
sister
hate you,
were born as
Sunday.
twins.
With all of my hearts. Fuck you, bitch.
Of course. The opening is near. Go, my child. Seize the power of the Harmony. And
I have one final question. Why did you choose to bring the Order to Penacony? Wouldn't it have been better to choose a desperate world, instead of a city filled with hope and dreams?
It's for justice. If we lose justice in our hearts, we'll make the...
So, it's not you who manipulates...
Well, that's where our conversation ends. Go ahead. The 107,336 souls of the Oak family have dreamed of this moment too many times.
I shall ascend to the heaven. Bathed in my light, my people shall flourish, while all evil shall be erased.
This is the interior.
It's quite exhilarating.
And not only that. Even if we're late, a grand theater like this shouldn't... Let's explore around.
Gosh, the atmosphere here is so creepy
channeling. Even if there's no audience yet, there should be some staff around. Why is it so silent? Stop it!
Are these puppets part of the stage setup? Even so, it's so eerie that the entire front hall is empty.
Something feels...
There's no other grant.
So Sunday's...
My apology. I'm waiting for you behind the curtain. Following the Asdana tradition, history is within it. Let us commence with the dawning of... After the Dusk Wars, darkness veiled the sky, and chaos consumed the earth. Enna the Order emerged, destined to restore all existence. That marked the first day. They gathered nebulae and forged them into picks, thus creating a grand lyre with black and white keys. Strike the white keys, and the sun rose. Strike the black keys, and the moon rose. And so, the cycle of...
The puppets are gathering around the frame. Are they expecting us to enter? Where are we now?
The atmosphere here looks similar to Sunday's inner world. This act is named...
I thought things were finally looking up as I managed to dodge prison during my recent trailblazing expeditions. But now it looks like I'll be back behind bars again.
I genuinely wish to avoid a violent clash with my esteemed guests from afar. Therefore, I've arranged 3 acts before the situation becomes irreparable. Where shall we... Where shall we start? Well, let's start with the time when Penacony was still a frontier prison.
Descend to Earth!
Where shall we start our narrative? Well, let's start with the time when Penacony was still a frontier prison. In 2147 AE, a prisoner named Hanunu ignited a struggle for liberty and emerged triumphant. IPC referred to it as the War of the Frontier, while the Asdanians dubbed it the War of Independence. It's true that Hanunu was a legendary hero, but it must be acknowledged that while he bestowed freedom upon the prisoners, he didn't grant them the 3 nameless stayed on the planet, endeavoring to spread the tenets of Trailblaze throughout the frontier prison. Alas, their efforts proved futile.
Let's build another prison.
Once again, Asdana was engulfed in war. This time, the enemies originating from within. The prisoners remained prisoners for the rest of their lives, fighting for freedom rather than living for it.
I hope you like it.
As you can see, freedom permeates.
Prisoners, this.
Hey! Why do we have to fight while enjoying the show?
For I desire not only your enjoyment, but also your assistance in its completion.
Yes, you! Lead through clouds!
Root here.
Some value, I suppose. Eternal. Yes, you!
As you wish.
Ha! Let me tend your wound!
I shall
There's more
remember
to
this
life.
warmth.
What's in your prescription?
So this is the warmth of life.
Melt! Descend to earth!
No one can restrain you anymore.
Thus conclude.
This must be how. However,
This show is a... These puppets... Where are they guiding us this time?
They transmuted streams of stars into inked nibs, creating symbols to be pronounced and counted. They molded stardust into flowing rivers, assigning the righteous upstream and the unjust downstream. Thus, all things were marked, and the world learned to discern between good and evil. That
Oh, look! Another... Hello there.
Ode to Fool. This must be the second act.
The surroundings are different from before. The stage decorations look a bit tidier now.
Behold the ensuing tale, a struggle for power. Penacony witnessed the ascent of the 7 major lineages: tree, grass, flower, bird, beast, fruit, and insect. Peace never truly graced Land of the Exiles. The history in this era is rich and intricate, so please allow me to present it in allegorical form.
Welcome to this mansion, dear outsider.
Land of the Exiles was in disarray, besieged by both internal and external perils. Though the 7 major lineages appeared united on the surface, each harbored their own ambitions, leading to ceaseless conflict.
Guess a bit rusty.
Accountant! We are the pillars of this
The Black Plum family was the first to fall. They withered away in the White Desert event, orchestrated by the Alfalfa family. The leader of the Alfalfa family sought to defect to the IPC, trading freedom for survival. However, his eldest son slew him in the name of righteousness, and ascended as the new family head.
as interesting as Grandfather's gadget.
The Lampmoth family endeavored to extend the silver rail left by the Express, only to be eradicated by the remnants of the Swarm, leaving nothing in the unforgiving cosmos.
Hello there.
Only when Gopher Wood led the family to Land of the Exiles and earned recognition from all 5 major lineages did Penacony earn its new name, the Land of the Dream.
Dear out. I wish.
This is the second act.
But this new master...
Perhaps this is the truth.
Looks like we've gotta help those guys kneeling down over there calm down a bit. Right?
I shall sing for my new master. Master!
This puppet isn't responding at all.
Master! Master!
This puppet is...
Master. Once I... My former master has long departed.
Master is no longer here. Master is no longer here. I must seek a new master.
Either I shall. Without a master. Thank you, dear outsiders. My servants have regained their sanity. Heed me, one and all. Your former master shall not return. It is through righteousness and unwavering support for one another that we shall attain true perfection. Cast aside the veils of hypocrisy and embrace one another.
Get ready. Looks like another fight is about to begin.
Root here. Let me tend your wound. Enjoying yourself? There's more to life. Life is not so fragile. As you wish. Within the self, not the sword. Strike! So this is the warmth. What's in your prescription? I shall remember this warmth. Some value, I suppose. Yes, you! You two will head to the Nether Realm.
Embrace a new life. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind. Darkness with me.
Alas, they remain but slaves till the very end, with the illusion of freedom. Thus concludes the second act. Amidst an illusory harmony, Land of the Exiles charted its course toward becoming the planet of festivities.
This is how Penacony fell under the family's control.
This guy really loves.
They used the planetary rings to establish the law, forging a code of conduct among the masses. A grand lyre with black and white keys served as an instrument, while symbols of articulation
Descend to Earth!
Please cherish this time. Return to dust!
This guy is really into these puppets. Oh, I get it.
And the atmosphere here.
This is the concluding act of this play. I have showcased the past and present of Penacony, hoping that my desire for change resonates within you. And now, I shall reveal its future to you.
Responsibility for the people. If the people lack force, we make choices on their against the might. We shall support one another, protecting and standing against the mighty.
Something with it. But what to make? Make sure you keep it safe.
Intercepting sword technique.
Sound linger.
Hey, aren't
Perhaps we'll need...
so...
We no longer have rulers, for we have become kings of all things.
How did it go? You can't change them? What does that mean?
My apologies for my negligence. I forgot to inform you that the final part was scripted long ago.
Let our previous king recount it to you. Now it is time for the final rite.
Prepare for battle. Looks like we'll have to fight again.
Man.
Descending from the infinite spiral staircase, I traverse towards completion. Measured steps. No need to memory or seek my existence. The contours of my mind shall intersect with other spirits.
I shall remember this warmth. Existence is unity.
Yes, you! Slap! Hi-ya!
Grace and elegance. Root here.
Melt! Ha! Lead through clouds!
Cool.
In the hushed expanse of a nocturnal reverie, I leave faint traces behind. No need to remember me, or to recall the essence of dreams. What is mine shall wait.
This is the final scene. It's much more straightforward. He wants to expel the... Let's go. Once this...
They imbued the world with meaning, perfecting all things in the heavens and on earth. Then, they rested from the labors of creation. Yet, all beings cried out to Enna. Under the banner of the Order, you have defined all things in the cosmos. Thus, on that day...
This Grand Theater looks totally different.
Everyone, get ready. This could be a tough battle.
That marked the seventh day. Cheers and chants reverberated in ears. That concludes everything related to the Order. What are your reflections on this, my dear guests? Nevertheless, this is but a trivial blip in the annals of galactic history. What truly matters is the course this river shall take in the days to come. You've arrived at the perfect moment. The Charmony Festival is about to commence, and it would be a shame if you were absent for the Harmony's prologue. Allow me to extend my warmest welcome once more. Welcome to Penacony Grand Theater, the very core of the Sweet Dream, the abode of the Stellaron, the Grand... and the very place where the... Your unwavering faith. True goodness can only be achieved through faith.
Allow me to point out that falling into a permanent slumber is not happiness. Especially when those people are—
Do you still believe that the Order only seeks to control the universe as their puppet?
No matter how perfect your vision of paradise may be, a cave—
People will never achieve true happiness in a world like that. They would just be toys for the Eon.
It seems you have misunderstood my intentions. Allow me to clarify. My desire is not to resurrect a fallen Eon, or become one myself. My sole objective is to create a paradise free from Eons, where the Order ensures the dignity and happiness of all humanity. A paradise exclusive to us human beings.
That's not the case. If people are to live with dignity, there must be nothing in your so-called paradise. You would be the one reigning supreme.
Looks like we won't be able to convince each other. Now that our conflict has been— However, before the prelude to the future begins, please, is darkness equal to daylight? Are sinners equal to the righteous? If you are born weak, which god should you turn to for solace?
Danger approaches. Great mind.
Don't you notice how I get quiet when there's no one else around? Awkward silence. Don't you look at me that.
Yes, you! Yes, you!
God.
Root here.
What are you made of? Slap! You don't look so good. Stay off!
Thank you for your help. Value, I suppose. Resistance is unity.
Melt!
Enjoying yourself? You two will head to the nether realm. As you wish.
What's in your prescription?
I shall remember this, Lord.
Within the self, not the sword.
I shall remember this. There's more to life. Embrace a new life. Every petal and all will be swept away by the wind. Life is not— Return to dust! Stay away!
Right on time. Yes, you! Need a doctor? Stay off!
So this is the warmth of life.
What's in your prescription?
So this is the warmth of life. May death protect us! Root here.
What are you made of? Melt! Leave through clouds! You don't look so good. Melt!
Some value, I suppose. Existence is unity.
Descend to earth!
The battle
I already
is over.
know your decision. I know
permit you to gaze into the sun. On these 107,336 stones, the almighty and powerful strings of harmony are at my disposal. Supreme Tuner, Harmonious Choir, Dominicus! Lost souls, come and meet your master!
The embodiment of the harmony? So the true purpose of the Charmony Festival is to usurp it?
Let me tend your wounds! Vitamin!
I shall
There's
remember
more to life.
Eternal. As you wish. Embrace a new life. Every petal in life, all will be swept away by the wind. Okay.
Why as receptive as you are? Answer me, please.
I'm feeling like there's another world in front of my eyes.
It's the power of tuning. Don't let the song distract you.
Again. Yes, you!
Because neither side could tolerate discord.
Right on time. What's in your prescription?
Thank you for your help.
Darkness with me.
The time has come. Creation will be reborn from the remains of the gods.
Dan Heng?
Radiant Spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
We shall see it. You just nuke this. Are
you alright? Can you hear me? Do you remember your name?
Alma.
Oh, not good. Try to remember. Your name is...
Alma.
destroyed the entire universe because he called his own fit trash. Let me explain. So in this story, Dr. Doom went to a different universe in which he actually saved Earth and used his technology.
All right. Stop joking around. The Lightning Lord may be all-powerful, but they're not going to cause sudden memory loss. I'm just glad you're okay.
A long time. The Trinity took over almost 400 years to develop Christianity. Almost 400 years.
It's a long story. Simply put, Don Hum used the Jade Abacus of Allying Oath when we were in the... And then we returned to reality. Look, this is your room. Everyone else has also returned from the dreamscape. Himeko and the rest are at the lobby discussing matters with the General. And now that you're awake...
Not going to come chat with me, sleepyhead.
That voice... Is that Black Swan?
Hey, where are you going?
Hey, we meet again, sleepyhead.
What's Miss Black Swan doing here?
Nothing, Miss March. I noticed he was awake and wanted to check to see how he was doing. Though the strike from the General was timely, its destruction was also immense. When emanators collide, ordinary people inevitably suffer. But, luckily for them, the dreamscape is my home turf. Thankfully, I managed to get everyone out before the harmonious quiet.
Oh, so that...
Don't mention it.
Of course not.
Why would you...
Himeko and Mr. Yang are probably still busy. Let's go look for Don Hung first.
This might be of some use.
Look, he's still talking to that cowboy.
You're awake.
Well, Fork.
Don't worry. He's been up and about for a while now. But hey, Don Hung!
Allow me to introduce him to you. This is Boot Hill. During our pursuit of a certain person, we crossed paths and just so happened to uncover a shocking plot being concocted by Mr. Sunday. Which is why we sought you out, to help the Astral Express save the world together.
No need for thanks. The Galaxy Ranger's principle is correct every injustice one sees. That's how you lot in the Xianzhou put it, right, Don Hung?
More or less.
Wait, hold on a sec. This is the first time I'm hearing about this certain person. Who are you chasing? And why would that lead you to the Express?
Good question. It's, who was it again? Don Hum. Do you remember? that ain't it. I just can't seem to recall. Weird. My neurochip hasn't registered any malfunctions.
I can't seem to remember either.
What's going on?
Vic, forget about it. If it slipped all our minds, reckon that person was just a minor scoundrel. Unimportant. Ain't gonna stop us from piecing together the story anyhow.
Yes. When the dust settles, I'll just think of a way to recall it in the memory zone. Everyone, let's hurry up and look for Miss Himiko, shall we?
You're right. Let's head to...
You guys go.
One Peach Soul Clan?
Look, they're with the...
That's all right. Furthermore, despite...
The General possesses...
You flatter me. Well, would you look at that?
Are you okay?
Don't worry, What about you, Mr. Yang?
He used an ability thanks to General Jing...
He used that tuning on us, too. Does that mean that we...
I can confidently say...
Speaking of the Oak...
It's the IPC has... The family quickly labeled him and the remnants of the Order as enemies, declaring the turmoil an internal rebellion.
Everyone really has their own agenda, after all.
Then, what's going to happen to Miss Robin? She and Sunday won't be able to deny their involvement in... Why the side job?
I can only say that this incident is an unexpected mess for the girl. The Alliance will try to persuade the family to consider this matter carefully during mediation. It's time, everyone. The IPC's key members and...
Given the General's invitation...
Why, of course you're welcome. Besides, if there can be reliable observers from the Astral Express present, discussions will go more smoothly. So, what do you all think?
I'm kind of alert.
Not to worry. Himiko and I won't take care of things.
I'm afraid I'll also have to return to the Express first. The conductor is worried about us. It's best I go and explain the situation.
Thank you. What about you? Will you join Welt and me? Or have you got other plans?
Although I'm not too sure. The negotiation will commence at the hotel lobby. Everyone please, follow me.
Mr. Aventurine and Miss Topaz are here too. Oh.
It's been a while, my Astral Express friends. I would also extend my sincere thanks to you, General of the Luofu. The presence of everyone here assures that the talks will likely reach a conclusion that satisfies all sides.
Oh. Looks like everyone has come with expectations. Care to share?
Of course. Topaz.
Sure. In summary, in light of
All in the name of peace.
Has the eyepiece the guild, much like the floor is yours.
Organic lives every time.
Alas, that after deliberations...
Not only that, I'm truly happy for the... But...
No wonder everyone insisted that he be there.
It heartens me to learn that everyone is willing to put aside their differences for Penacony's plight. I trust that everyone will surely reach consensus in the upcoming negotiations. Looks like Penacony's future is decided. I'm wondering, is there anything else the crew is concerned about?
Peace is our greatest wish. Beyond that...
Well, that...
If that's the case, it
Sounds good to me.
You two head back to the...
Nothing.
You've been with us this whole time, huh? Yeah, let's go. Our time on Penacony has come to a fruitful end.
Penacony's journey ends here. I guess it was pretty fruitful.
The navigation meeting is about to start. We're all waiting for you.
When did the Express become so lively?
There's a meeting to
Hold your horses.
Allow me to as you all may know.
Whoa, don't!
Alright. Firstly, Pop, what they had to go through. Now then, the first choice is from the second choice is the third choice is the last choice.
Ooh, so...
Next up, everyone was Little Misha.
Count me in. Still, I imagine that planet must have changed entirely after the Stellaron disaster.
I'm not against Miss...
March is right.
3 votes for Lushaka. Looks like we have a winner! Next up, Lushaka, the ocean planet. Then this navigation, when it's time to make the jump, Pop-Pom will...
There's still some time before the jump. What should I do?
How about a chat? Over here.
Nice.
Oh, how about it? Oh, so... Oh, how about it? I can feel so... Oh? I just... Before I explain... Remember when we entered this way, I can... But... The light cones are slices. It can etch your All the world is born from the power of my life. Memory is a and that memory Precisely. The reason is simple. Turn around and I'm looking for... How about what...
Hi, the Express is about to make...
That's right. Life is akin... In the year 2158 of the Amber Era, the first year of the new epoch, the universe resumed its intended trajectory. The kindling of conspiracy smoldered in Penacony, the land of the dreams. Failing to erupt into a blaze, it instead flickered briefly on Klapoth's anvil, before vanishing in the blink of an eye. The dead, and those fated to die, remain in their eternal slumber, while the living find solace in deep sleep. All clamored in a cacophony of silence, and then went about their own ways. The cosmos emanated a vitality characteristic of a new era, all for the modest price of a brother and sister's mild grief. Babies are born as stars extinguish. The silver rail unfolds. The story of the Astral Express comes to a close, yet it also embarks anew. Time marches forward, heralding the arrival of a new chapter in the history of trailblazing expeditions. Countless shooting stars streak. You're feeling very... It's time to tell you a little... Well, let's start with a conclusion. The crew was defeated in the battle against Sunday. Everyone in Penacony failed. But don't panic. The truth, as horrifying... Next, I'll use this empty light cone that carries all your memories to... There's a major flaw in the story you have experienced. Are you ready? Do you remember everything? When the clock turned back, the Express started a warp jump, sending you to a strange dream. You were bewildered. When you arrived at the Reverie Hotel, you met the doorman Misha and had a After that, you saved Firefly and explored Penacony together. During the tour there, I rescued both of you from death, but Firefly didn't return to reality. She realized the truth and tried to involve you in her plan, but that resulted in an act. The two cases of death prompted you to investigate the truth behind the sweet. Meanwhile, Aventurine was secretly carrying out his scheme, in which you were one of the pawns. In the midst of that strike foiled Aventurine's plan. You split up with Sunday and Robin, looking for a way to seal the stellar. Finally, the story reached its conclusion. This marks the end of the thrilling journey in Penacony. The major flaw, which contradicts all the known. Well, although the fake deaths of those two ladies don't align, I'll go ahead and eliminate that in...
Ah. Ah? Baka... Shasta. Huh? Wow.
Sparkle. Yes, Sparkle. the most enigmatic. By the way, she left me a message to pass on to you. Always. Are you suggesting that the sleeping and shapeless never bestows its gaze upon anyone? And that's a very astute guess. But unfortunately, Acheron did progress further down the path of the Nihility. I'll discard that incorrect answer for you. It is true that Gallagher is a hit. This is not the fatal flaw. Little Misha. He's only a segment of memory in a dream bubble, while Misha is a rather special Memory Zone meme. And he was granted power by a life born in the Memory Zone could never manifest in reality. The answer is simple. He is the one fatal flaw that contradicts all our known information. Are still trapped in the... Wake up, sleepyhead. Break free from this eternal dream and
The train is about to make the jump. 5, 4, 3, 2...
This way, darling.
Not another one. Thank you so much, Black Swan.
Finally, I can breathe.
I understand you must be confused, and we'll do our best to shed light on the situation. However, this place is the rift between dream and reality. A place reserved only for those who have awakened from N.
Do you remember Sunday's ambitious plan? He intended to harness the power of the Stellaron, the collective will of over 100,000...
Unfortunately, it didn't stop there. From the early days of... I don't think the goal... And that included a lot...
This is what makes, and I believe, what you if it wasn't for Acheron's plan.
Fortunately, while the path of the Order governs all things,
This is also why you felt as well. I'm not as fortunate as she is. Even if I'm a memo keeper, I was still in... However, thanks to your memories...
For mortals, even if they possess the great power of a path, they can't create a flawless... That's why there was a flaw in your dream. In other words, once you have realized the world is not...
The flaw in your dream lies within Misha, who could have never appeared in reality.
Now Sunday has usurped the power of the Harmonious Choir through the Charmony Festival. Failure. Doesn't we still have a chance, though?
All right, please come with me.
These people are...
They're the ones who accept Enna's dream and indulge in their happy illusions. We have no means to wake them up now. Not even your clockwork will do the trick. However, there are still other things we can do. Let's keep going.
Here we are.
Finally, you've arrived.
Let me introduce you to Robin. She woke up from Enna's dream by her own will, and it's this tough lady who led us here with her song.
I woke up for the same reason as all of you. In the dream, I experienced something that could never occur in reality.
A huge issue with me in Japan is Japanese people don't really...
I want to see it.
Without us, this bird would be too fragile to survive on its own.
No, but...
Then let's take care of it together until it can return to the sky.
A lot of sarcasm. They think I mean things when I mean nothing.
Birds have wings because they're meant to fly.
Whenever you make a joke,
Even if they may crash in the ground one day, they shouldn't be trapped in a cage.
Don't you feel weird?
Birds
Maybe I should
belong
go
to
to
the
comedy
sky.
classes in Japan so I can learn
we
how to be
should
funny
help
here.
them return there,
comedy is
right?
very funny though.
Do you like stand-up comedy in America?
The illusion was so impossibly blissful that I realized it was just a dream.
So one of
And
my
this is our
favorite
final
place to make Wowlong Altered
Anna's
is using
dream is
both of
founded
your
upon the
portals, even though
harmonious
you don't
choir.
really have to, simply
They know
because it adds an
everyone
element
shares
of
wishes.
distraction, confusion, and
It
they
will
don't
only
know
materialize once the aspirations of all beings in Penacony merge as one. At present, it has become impervious due to people's desire to remain slumbering within the dream. And in order to destroy it, we must make everyone in Penacony want to wake up.
Now comes the tricky part. How do we do it?
He's the most evil villain in the whole entire anime history. There's nothing special about me.
Humans yearning for sweet. Therefore, I carefully selected a moment where he was completely unguarded, guiding him to uncover the truth himself to make him regain his consciousness. However, to wake up everyone in Penacony and get them to share the same determination, that would be nearly impossible.
Indeed. I'm afraid it's almost as difficult as resurrecting an Eon.
But we can't just stay here and do nothing.
This is a critical moment for the whole universe. Who cares about some dumb number?
This is the first step of our plan. With the assistance from the Garden of Recollection, those who possess a strong will, like you.
However, awaken...
If breaking through from the inside, Asdana is a galaxy at this very moment. There is only one dream, encompassing the entire...
So, you mean, if we can attract a large number of outsiders to this system, their free will would intertwine with this dream and shake it to its core.
However, those outsiders might also succumb to the dream and become the foundation of the Order instead. The real challenge is, how can we gather a huge number of people as determined as you within a short period of time?
Looks like the JDAB Kiss of Allying Oath will be the only solution.
No. No need for that. Keep your wants in a lifetime treasure. We don't need to bother the Cienjo Alliance for such a tiny request. You want thousands of people with unwavering free will?
This is crazy.
That's easy. Just leave it to us Galaxy Rangers.
You can gather Galaxy Rangers?
Do you know what
It's the relic I returned to you.
Exactly. Because countless meteors, the shooting stars of the hunt, we stayed silent.
Once the dreamscape is true that their path of happiness just includes my...
Your plan sounds...
I agree with you, Black Swan, but to inspire them, to save them.
So, you...
The Harmonious Choir possesses the power of an emanator. To overcome it, you'll need the same level of power. The final step in destroying the sweet dream will be my responsibility.
That's a relief to hear.
Now that our roles are assigned, Let's get to our battlefield's imposing grand finale.
May I have a moment alone with you? There's one more thing I need to explain to you. This grand festival is drawing to its close. This is the starting point for the ultimate stage of our journey. Just as it marked the beginning of all the stories in Penacony. I have faith in you. However, before we depart, there's something you should know. We were able to locate you within this boundless dream and find the key to breaking free from the dream. All because of one person's Firefly. She awakened from the dream ahead of others, discovered the Express amidst the stars, and brought us valuable information about the remnants of the Order. She may have been aided by the script, and, as you know, Firefly is a stowaway who entered the dreamscape in a different way from ours. Without the dream pool in the hotel or assistance from the family, she can only awaken. We mustn't fail her determination. I'm not implying that we must win this fight no matter what, but our resolve should match that of that courageous lady. Are you ready? Very well. Now.
Don't worry. If anything happens, I'll just put you...
What are you going as?
I don't want to ruin the surprise.
Not the class. Oh my god, you're gonna step in it. I just told you. Hello? Oh yeah, you can't hear.
If I remember correctly, it has lasted for decades. The unwavering determination, you see?
But...
I know.
So, why did this rain?
Because someone's regrets. Mortals who walk the paths are like, and for some, their presence leaves such a strong mark that it's reflected in the waves.
Wall.
Synthers.
Wait, 4 guys. 1.
The obsessions of the Pathstriders. They emerge from the depths of Ix, seeing themselves as masters of their own destiny, unknowingly repeating the actions of their past lives. They emerge from the nihility and head toward it, leading purposeless lives.
Silver.
However, these hollow phantoms, they have journeyed with me for such a long time.
Sorry. So this is how it is. I'm already dead.
Yes.
You watching over me?
Keep them all out and text you.
Text me
this is my duty
on my day off to ask you
as the watcher of the Echo.
Yes, I keep them all out and text you.
I'm guarding the path to the abyss of the nihility, guiding every soul reluctant to become one with it.
Text me at 911 on my day off to ask you to dress makes you look fat.
But if this...
I don't know. Someone would stand at...
Even if...
Some tasks have to be done, even if they are pointless. I have experienced that much. Please extend your hand. I'll carry your wish with me and fulfill it.
Will I ever...
Yes, because it was you who told me about the and Penacony, the hometown to which you could never return.
Yeah. For countless, but I knew that my Mikhail.
Take my hand and come with Yulin Bark on a long, long journey, shrouded in... That's the color of existence.
Follow it.